If you're feeling discouraged, especially right now as we get so close to the midpoint of this year, this message is for you because this is usually the exact point where many women quietly begin to let go of the goals they once felt so excited about, not because they don't care, not because they're not capable, but because somewhere along the way, it started to feel harder than expected. The progress we've made slowed down. Doubt started creeping in. Life just gets busy. And perhaps you begin to think, maybe this just isn't for me. But let me tell you, most people don't fail. They quit before they ever get to see what's possible. Hi, beautiful friend. I'm Ileana. I'm here to empower you to reset and renew your mindset and step into the next chapter of your life with clarity, confidence, and self respect. Today, I want to talk to you about why people quit, especially in this season of life, and how you can be the woman who keeps going and transforms her life. Let me start by revealing why we at times quit and start getting discouraged. One of the biggest reasons is because we expect results too quickly. Let's be honest. We live in a world of overnight transformations and viral moments. But real lasting change, the kind that actually holds, takes longer to build and longer to show. So when progress doesn't happen fast enough, we assume that something is wrong or that it's not worth continuing. But the truth is that anything meaningful, your health, your confidence, your purpose, your next chapter requires time. Research in psychology calls this delayed gratification, and studies have shown that people who can stay committed to long term goals are far more likely to succeed than those who seek quick results. But here's the balance that matters. You may not see massive results quickly, but you can create small wins along the way. And those wins are what keeps you going because progress, even small progress, builds confidence. According to Tony Robbins, progress equals happiness. True fulfillment comes not from achieving goals, but from the continuous growth, the improvement, and contribution experienced along the way. Progress creates a sense of being alive, and focusing on forward motion rather than setbacks is essential for long term joy. So here's something interesting. It's not usually at the beginning where people quit, it's midway. That place where we've started, but you're not where you want to be. You're putting in effort, but results feel slow. You're learning, but still unsure. And this is called the messy middle of transformation. And research in behavior change shows that this is the exact stage where motivation naturally drops. This is because the brain stops getting the excitement of something new, but hasn't yet experienced the reward of success. So it starts to question, is this worth it? Am I just wasting my time? And this is where most people walk away. But the women who transform their lives stay and push through the messy middle. I want you to think about this like building a house. You wouldn't want someone rushing through the foundation, the beginning, right? You want the builder to take their time, not because they're lazy or they're slow, but because a house built on strong foundation doesn't crack when the storms come. And we have lived through enough storms to know that unexpected storms do come. The same is true for your life and what you are creating. The early stages, the slow growth, the learning, the refinement are not wasted time. And research in skill development shows that mastery requires repetition, learning, and adjustment over time. So, if things feel slow right now, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're building something that can actually last. Another reason why people quit is not because of external circumstances, but because of internal beliefs. Limiting beliefs that are particularly powerful in midlife because many of those beliefs have been running in the background for decades. They were planted in childhood, reinforced in our 20s and 30s, and by now they feel like facts. But they are not facts, they are stories. And in midlife, we finally have the wisdom and the life experience to look at those stories and say, where did you come from? And is this actually true? And do I want to keep carrying this story? I want to encourage you to become an observer and become aware of your limiting beliefs, not as a reactor to them. When a fear creeps up, don't join it. Don't partner with it. Step back and ask, what is underneath this? Where did this come from? Because when we observe, we take our power back. Let me remind you that limiting beliefs show up as I'm too late. I'm not good enough. Other people are doing better than I am. And if you're not aware of them, they will quietly guide your decisions. But here's a powerful shift. If instead of reacting to those thoughts, observe and become aware of them so that they lose their power. Instead of saying, this is who I am, you begin to say, this is something I'm thinking, but it doesn't define me. That shift alone can change everything for you. Another trap that causes us to quit is comparison. Looking at others and thinking, they're ahead. They're doing better than I am. They are smarter. Why not me? We look at women who started at a younger age or who seem to have it more together, and we decide that the window has closed for us. But let me tell you something. There is a lane with your name on it. There's a gift inside of you that no one else has. There's a voice, a story, an expression that is unique to you. That uniqueness that someone out there is waiting for. You don't see it yet, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. But when we can learn to genuinely rejoice with other women who are thriving, something shifts in us. And that, my friend, is the antidote to comparison because it's rooted in the belief that God's goodness is not a limited resource. There is room at the table for all of us. Here's the truth. You never fully know someone else's story. We don't know what chapter they're in, and we cannot compare our first chapter to their possible fifth chapter. And more importantly, your path is your path. Research shows that comparison often leads to lower self-worth and decreased motivation. But when we shift into focusing on our own progress, we build confidence instead. A very important point to make is that growth is not linear. It doesn't look like up, up, up success. It looks like progress, doubt, learning, adjustment, growth. And one slow week, one slow month does not define our outcome. What defines our outcome is whether we keep going. And this isn't just motivation. This is supported by research. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck explains that when we develop a growth mindset, the belief that our abilities can improve through effort, we are far more likely to stay committed and push through challenges. So when things feel slow or uncertain, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're in the progress of becoming that person that you can be. One powerful practice to help us push forward is identifying our why. In midlife, your why is often much richer than it was at 25. You've lost people. You've survived things. You know what matters. Let that depth be your fuel. The thing that has kept me going more than anything was this. I stayed focused on the mission and my reasons, the ability to provide a better future for my son, and the time to be with him. I wanted to make an impact on children's education, and a better future for myself. Your reasons for pursuing your goals and your passion have to be bigger than money, bigger than vanity metrics. They have to be rooted in something eternal, in the lives that you want to impact, the freedom that you want to create, the legacy that you want to leave. Write those reasons down. Read them on the hard days. Hold on to them like a life raft when the waves of the messy middle threaten to pull you under. Now, I want to give you something very simple, but also has a potential to help you move forward. It's a mid-year reset commitment. In addition to identifying your strong why, take out a journal today after listening to this message and answer these questions. Number one, what did I say I wanted at the beginning of this year? Number two, where did I start to slow down or doubt myself? Number three, what is one thing I'm willing to recommit for the next 30 days? Not 10 things, not a complete life overhaul, just one. As Gary Keller explains, it's about identifying that one domino, that single action that once you commit to it begins a chain reaction of smaller wins. Those smaller wins build momentum. That momentum makes the next step easier. And over time, it creates a powerful exponential results. That's how real change happens, through consistent follow through on one meaningful action. I'll link this video where I go deeper into this concept of how to apply it in your life. So after that, write this sentence: I am not quitting in the middle of my story. Because this is not the end, friend. This is the part where you decide. Am I going to stop here, or am I going to become the woman who finishes what she started? Listen, friend, the life you want, it's not built in perfect moments. It's built in the moments where you feel unsure but choose to continue anyways. Midlife is not a time to shrink. It's a time to rise. Yes, there will be times to pivot, but with intentionality. Remember, you have wisdom, you have experience, and you have strength you didn't have before. So don't let this be the moment where you quietly walk away from yourself. Let this be the moment where you recommit, because the woman who doesn't quit in the middle is the woman who eventually transforms her life. And that woman is already within you. I truly hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, because I write and record these messages just as much for you as I do for myself, as I continue to do the work and renew my mind right alongside you. And I hope it gently reminded you of this. It is never too late to feel excited again about a dream, a goal, or the life that you still want to create. And if this encouraged you, like, subscribe, and share with another woman who needs a reminder that her time is not up. And remember, friend, you are not too old, it is not too late, and you are not behind. You are right on time for the woman that you are becoming. Click the link below to download the powerful tips to help you embrace your second act. Thank you so much for watching, for continuing this journey with me. Friend, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.